Atma Namaste, this is Tulsi Ganga here from Cosmos Center. In today's video, we are going to talk about forgiveness. Now, why should you forgive others who has hurted you? Now, this is a very big point to be remembered. Is the memories of a past pain pulling you down? Bitterness, anger affecting your mental and physical health? If so, then this video is for you. We are now going to break down the cause for the past pain and sufferings and give you effective solutions to free yourself from your past. You can reclaim your inner peace, heal your physical body, and break the cycles of karmic impact. So let's get into the video. Now, forgiving someone who has hurted you emotionally, mentally, physically means we have to release those painful energies and forget the past pain. Now, some say that you can forgive others, but you don't have to forget the past. Now, I would say that if you remember the past unpleasant events, it simply means that the energy is still inside your system. So let me put it this way. We are all made up of a bundle of energy, surrounded by an ocean of energies. The universe is a big source of energy. Your physical body, your emotions, your mind are all made up of energies. Now you can see the physical body and the objects around you because it is made up of dense atoms. Hence you are able to see it. Now your thoughts and emotions are also made up of subtle atoms, but you're not able to see it just because it's like something like you can't see oxygen or carbon dioxide or hydrogen, but you very well know scientifically, yes, you're inhaling oxygen, you're exhaling carbon dioxide, hence you believe it. Similarly, your thoughts and emotions are very much alike. It's made up of atoms and energies. Good thoughts and emotions are made up of good quality, high frequency energies, whereas your negative thoughts and emotions contain low frequency energies. Now, like attracts like. Now, if you have negative energies like anger, hatredness, jealousy feeling, or pride inside you, you will attract other people who have the same energies in them. Now, if someone is cheating you, it means that you have cheated someone in the past. It could be either in this present life or it could be in the past life. Hence, you are attracting another person in your life who's coming and cheating you right now. This is the law of karma. The law of karma says, what you sow, you reap. If you have sowed hatredness, you will reap hatredness. If you have sowed anger, you will attract angry people to you. If you have cheated someone in the past, you will attract the similar kind. You will attract someone who will come and cheat you. Now, same way, if you want love in your life, you should have given love to others in your past. If you want money in your life, you want abundance in your life, you should have donated money to other people. Now, one may say, I'm a very good person in this life, but I'm facing challenges and difficulties in my life. Now, we need to understand that we have two karma accounts which we carry with us almost for many lifetimes. One is your good karma bank account and another one is your negative karma bank account. These two accounts we carry with us all the time. If you think one single positive thought, God immediately deposits the credit with interest and bonus into your positive karma bank account. Now, if you think one single negative thought, God immediately deposits the credit for it with again interest and bonus and puts it into your negative karma bank account. Same way, if you say one single positive word to someone, God immediately deposits the credit with interest, bonus into your positive karma bank account. If you say one negative word, to someone, God immediately deposits the credit with interest, bonus into your negative karma bank account. I'm talking about a thought, one word, Similarly, if you do one single good deed or an action to somebody, God again deposits the credit with interest and bonus into your positive karma bank account. If you do the same, if you do one negative action to somebody, God again deposits the credit with interest and bonus into your negative karma bank account. So now you have to have a good clarity of what is a positive and a negative karma bank account. Yeah, you have some clarity on that. Now let's move on to chords. Now, what are etheric chords? When you think of a person, okay, negatively or positively, whatever, an etheric chord is developed between you and the person you are thinking. Now, if you repeatedly keep thinking about the same person again and again, or you speak negatively about the person, that many chords will be developed between you and the person. Okay. So now these chords do not get cut that easily. Now you need to really do forgiveness to cut these chords, which we will talk about it in little later. Now, thought forms. Now let us understand what are thought forms. In a day, a person develops almost around 60,000 thoughts in an average. Now let us say, if you sit and analyze all these 60,000 thoughts which you get in a day, okay, forget 60,000. Let's say you sit quiet for 5 minutes and analyze your thoughts and see how many thoughts are positive thoughts and how many are negative thoughts. You will really understand that most of them are negative thoughts. Now the point is, what is positive thoughts and what are negative thoughts? Some people even are not very sure about that. So let us have a small explanation for that. Positive thoughts are the ones which gives you happiness, peace, love, joy, harmony, calmness, bliss, uplifting feeling. Those are all positive thoughts. Negative thoughts are those which gives you fear, anxiety, greedy, insecure feelings, anger, hatredness, jealousy feeling, depressed feeling, loneliness, pride, ego, criticizing attitude or a judging attitude or looking down on people. All those are negative thoughts. Now you can decide how many positive thoughts and how many negative thoughts you just generated in 5 minutes. Okay. So you can understand, if in a day you are generating around 60,000 thoughts, let's say for a week you can multiply 7 days into 60,000. So you can imagine how many thought forms you are generating in a week. 4,20,000 thoughts in a week. So now these thoughts don't go anywhere. It's all there in the aura, okay, your own aura. Now once these thoughts are generated, you attract similar thoughts around you. For example, if you have anger inside you, you will attract angry person towards you with anger energies. Now both of you will fight with each other, and this anger energy which comes out is the food for that anger thought form. It eats happily and it becomes bigger. Actually, you are literally feeding those anger thought forms. Now if you keep getting angry more and more, you are feeding more and more of that particular thought form. The thought form becomes bigger, and sometimes it becomes bigger than your chakra. Now when your thought form becomes bigger than your chakra, it starts controlling you. Your chakra is no more in control. Now your soul is under control. Now that is when people start losing control over themselves, and they start doing all nasty things and harm people around them, maybe even going to the extent of murder or raping people, or becoming like a suicide bombers and things like that, all kinds of things. Now I just give you one example of anger. It can be anything, like it can be for greed for money. When one has powerful thought forms for greed for money, they start cheating people, they start stealing from people, etc. So for every single positive thought or a word or an action you generated, God is going to give you interest, bonus, and deposit either in your positive karma or your negative karma bank account, depending on your thought. So please remember, every second, every minute, you are basically generating positive and negative karma, which is constantly being deposited in your account. Your clock keeps ticking, and your account is now increasing. So now let us see how karma manifests in our life. Now when we leave this physical body to the other worlds, now we take with us few things. you will not take any of your physical possessions, not your wealth, not your your name, your fame, your nothing. You will only take your good karma bank account, your negative karma bank account. Now let us say your good karma bank account is 30% you have, and your negative karma bank account is say 70% account you have. You will also have another data chip which contains all informations of everything whatever you did since you conceived in your mother's womb till death. It contains all your thoughts, your words, your actions, live video recordings from birth till death. If you want to know more about it, you can do your soul realization class and pranic healing. Okay. Now, our entire life is a live recorder. Live recorder. So there are two recorders. One is inside your body and the other one is outside the body. And the outside the body is called as Akashic record, which records. It's a record for the whole universe, like the world universe. Now, when you reincarnate, you have when you come back in the next lifetime. So part of the good karma comes, and part of your negative karma is taken, and your life pattern is designed by God. No, it's directed by God. Just like how a movie director directs a movie, you have actor, actresses, side actors, the screen, your script, everything. Your entire thing is decided. Same way here, Earth is a school, and you're going to come down here. So everything is decided for you. The blueprint for your life is already laid. So when you're born, all you have, you are coming with that entire script, what you're supposed to do in this entire life. Now, all those whom you did not forgive in the last incarnation, you had hatredness, you have enmity and everything. Rest assured, please understand, these people will be your family members in this incarnation. Your mother, father, brother, sister, husband, children are all karmically related. So we are put up in this setup so that at least now in this incarnation we can forgive them. You can come out of your karmic cycle, and the cords are getting cut. Now this is the reason why there is a lot of conflict in families between husband, wife, children, brother, sister, mother-in-law, daughter-in-law. You have a lot of clashes happen. So if you don't want to forgive and give love and cut the cords and solve it in this life, they will come in the next lifetime and trouble you. So you can decide whether you want to come in the next lifetime also, and you want these people to come and trouble you, or you want to finish your karma with them in this lifetime itself. You have to take a call. Now, how to neutralize this karma? Now, forgiveness, giving unconditional love, doing service, having deep devotion to God or any guru, giving donation, and living a life very consciously and doing good things in life can minimize your negative karma. Okay? You can avoid generating more new karmas so that you can have the impact is less. Now, forgiveness prayer. So when you do your forgiveness prayer daily 7 times for 49 days, the negative cords which binds you between you and the other person will get fully cut, and you can come out of your negative ties. Now I have already uploaded the forgiveness prayer. You can check it in the, I have given it in the link in the description below. You can check that out. You can say this prayer for 7 times a day for 49 days. Now let's come to what is the importance of forgiveness. Forgiveness is important because you have to reclaim your peace, your power and freedom. Freedom from the past. Holding on to resentment will only keep you mentally and emotionally tied to hurt. Forgiveness will cut the cord and help you to move on. Inner peace and healing. Bitterness, anger. It will really affect your mental and even your physical health. Forgiveness can open the door to healing and peace of mind. Emotional empowerment. When you forgive, you are no longer letting the other person or even to control your emotions. You can reclaim your power and choose how you want to feel. Spiritual growth. Forgiveness is a path to cleansing and inner purification. It uplifts your energy and restores balance to your chakras. Forgiveness is like a compassion for yourself first. forgiving others as well as forgiving yourself for the mistakes which you have done, or the failures, or for not going better. These are all acts of self-love and compassion. Now number 6, you have to learn your lessons and the soul has to grow. Sometimes the soul agrees before birth to play different roles in each other's life. The person who is coming to hurt us might actually help us to grow, to teach us resilience, border, to teach us boundaries, to teach us forgiveness and self-love. These painful encounters become spiritual tests or opportunities so that we can balance our old karmic energy. Now we have to understand that not all pain is a punishment. It's a chance given for us to learn and grow. So that we can burn off all your negative karmas, you can get a chance to develop your virtues like patience, love, compassion, discernment. Now you have to understand very clearly is your outside world is a mirror. It helps you to recognize your own patterns from your life, this life or your past life, and it helps you to heal them. Now free will always exists for every one of us. Even though if your karma is coming down, how we respond to it is our choice. When we do forgiveness, when we have love, when we have compassion, and we do all the things which I mentioned earlier, like your service, your tithing and all that. These are all powerful karmic neutralizers which helps you to clear off all your past debt, and it creates a positive energy for your future. So now last one is please have compassion for the person who is really hurting you. Why? Because that person also may have his or her own karmic ties, and because of which they are doing that particular action. Now that doesn't mean that you have to really tolerate all the if they are physically harming a person, or if there's any physical violence, please you need to put a stop to it immediately. Take appropriate action against the person, because otherwise that particular person will generate more and more negative karma. So now the bottom line is, hurt can be related to your past karma. Please understand. Basically it is your past karma which is coming in the form of your relationships which is surrounding you, and it is causing you pain or distress, or whatever situations, events, unpleasant events which you are going through in life. It can be even an office also. Now how you respond to it is now dependent on you. You need to remain calm, you have to understand your mistake, you have to learn from the mistakes, and you have to grow. Okay? So please kindly go through the forgiveness prayer which I have given the link in the description below. This will really help you to clear your past karmas. You can uplift your soul, you can burn your own old karmas, you can free yourself from this repeated karmic cycle. All this you can do with your forgiveness prayer. Okay? So forgive each other and have a wonderful life. If you like this video, please do like, share and subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more up-to-dates on the videos. Thank you so much for watching. Atmana will say have a wonderful day.